Hi there, here I am again in my bathroom studio. This is the best place for me to do my videos. I stick my camera up on one of my shelves in my medicine cabinet, and I have my shower curtain in the background, so it works out well. Anyhow, today was a milestone weight loss for me. I woke up, I weighed 232 pounds. Since January 1st, I've lost a total of 50 pounds. That means since I had my surgery about 7 weeks ago, I've lost 39 pounds. Again, I had the gastric sleeve done at Dr. Babineau's office in Tyler, Texas. Everything that Frida taught me in the classes that I had to take, the 3 classes, they're like nutrition classes and post-op training or whatever. Everything she told us in that, I was looking over all my notes, and everything she said is exactly how things went. Her great advice about eating with the baby spoon and a baby fork and a little tiny bowl, little small bowl, just a little bowl, a little plate to eat my food, which of course those first few weeks, 2 to 3 weeks post-op, everything was in a bowl because it was liquid or purified, pureed, not purified, pureed foods and liquid type foods, you know, thick enough to suck through a straw but without using a straw. Anyhow, like I said, I'm about 7 weeks out. It is March the 28th. I had my surgery February the 4th, and you know, next week it will be exactly a month since I had, 2 months since I had my surgery. I feel wonderful. In fact, I'm looking at my hair. My hair is thin here on the top, but I don't believe I'm losing any hair. My hair looks pretty good, actually. I feel great. I mean, I feel great. I have not been this size since about 1997, roughly in that area. I'm noticing a little bag here under my eye, and it's got me frustrated. Next week, I'm going to go buy some really good face cream to help with wrinkles and help with maybe this under my eyes. Of course, I'm coming to you without any makeup on. I did put a little mascara on. I feel like if I hide my face behind a bunch of makeup, I'll make myself look better than what I actually look. Maybe I'll get to some makeup further down the road in these videos. But for now, I just like to come to you just plain face, just like I am. No lipstick, no foundation, just me. Clean face, and that's all. I do have this dent here in my cheek, and what I suspect is this may have been something that was caused by some dental work I had done back in 1998. I had a bunch of dental work done, and of course, I've gained a lot of weight since then, but I've never had this dent here, so I'm not sure what this is all about. But anyway, I don't have it over here at all, so I'm not sure. I have to wear a partial, and I had root canals and things done back here, and wear a partial for a tooth that's gone back here, so I think this may have been something that occurred after I had all that dental work. I don't know. Anyway, let's see, where am I? Reading over the notes. I listened to my videos, all the videos that I've done. I listened to them the other day and actually encouraged myself by the things that I was saying in the videos about eating slowly and chewing my food very well. That's extremely important. I have thrown up a couple of times now since, I guess, within the last 3 weeks. I've thrown up twice. One time I almost threw up, but I didn't. But both of these times, I had been at McDonald's and got a little small hamburger and ate way too fast. And of course, in my notes, it says that vomiting is not normal. If you're having vomiting, you need to evaluate why you're vomiting. Do you have a virus? Have you eaten your food too fast? Well, in my case, I ate my food too fast. Of course, those little McDonald's hamburgers taste so good. And so, the first time I was driving down the road with my husband and we were talking, and boom, 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 it was gone. Chewed it down in no time, stopped on the side of the road and threw up. The other time was a couple of days ago. We went down to the Woodlands. We stopped at McDonald's, and my husband and I were talking and carrying on, and boom, 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 it was gone again before I even knew what I had done. I had gotten back into one of my old patterns of eating fast. It seems to be McDonald's. I guess because it tastes so good. And I guess they make it taste so good, so you'll eat more and get more and buy more and all of that. Anyway, that's neither here or there. I'm responsible for my behavior, so I need to take responsibility for that. And the thing I'm going to do is not eat at McDonald's anymore. That will be it for me. I will not eat anything else from there at all. Nothing. There's no reason for me to eat anything from there. There's no reason for me to buy anything from there, other than the food is cheap and expensive, and we're always on a financially cash strapped pretty much most of the time. So, and my daughter likes to eat there, and she's a very picky eater, but that's not good for her either. She needs to be eating the way I am. My daughter has lost some weight since she's been had her gallbladder out in December, and she's wanting to have weight loss surgery, but I told her that's not possible. She's 26, and she really does not have near the weight to lose, and she does not have the medical problems to have a weight loss surgery. I told her if she'll just follow my lead and eat like I eat when I eat the way I eat and how much I eat, she will definitely lose weight. Now in her case, she'll probably get hungrier than me, and so she can eat a little more, but in her case, she needs to step up with her exercise. Exercise, I cannot even stress to you enough how important exercising is while you're on this, while the weight loss surgery is bringing your weight down. It brings out the endorphins in your brain, and boy, do you feel good. I know when I first started, I could only do 5 of this or 5 of that on any machine. You know, I'm at a regular big gym. They have treadmills and elliptical machines, and I can barely do a minute on the elliptical machine. I am walking a mile a day at 3.0 speed, which I couldn't do that. Couldn't even do that in January. I could walk about 10 minutes at about 2.5, and that was the very max I could do. And my knees would hurt, and I couldn't hardly walk in the evenings. It was really bad. That's because I had 282 pounds on board. Now it's much less. It's made a huge difference. My knees are doing better. The weight loss is helping with my knee pain. In fact, I don't have any knee pain at all. The only pain that I end up with at all is just a little lower back pain, which I have a little bit of spinal stenosis in my lower back. But overall, I noticed the back pain is much better. But I do get sore sometimes in bed after I've done a really good workout like I did yesterday. When I started my workout, I started my 10 minutes on the treadmill, and then I would just step it up. I'd go a few days, 5 minutes, then 10 minutes, then 15 minutes, then 20 minutes. And so far, I'm doing just 20 minutes, but I'm speeding it up so that I get in a full mile. First, I could only do half a mile. I'm up to a mile now. It's been about, I've been exercising about 5 weeks. I guess probably my second week post-op, I went and walked at the gym, and I checked with my doctor to make sure that was okay, and they said fine. So I didn't start doing the exercises on the machines until I was 4 weeks out post-op. And then of course with that, all that I did was I started and I did 5 here and 5 here and 5 here on each of these different machines. And then I started going around and looking at different machines to see what I wanted to work on. And there's some that you do the leg press, and anyway, it's just been build and build and build. I try to go every day. I miss a day or two here and there, only because I feel like it's good for my muscles to have a day of rest, you know, every once in a while. I may go 2 days and then skip a day, and then go 2 days and skip a day, or go 3 days and skip a day or 2. You know, it just depends on what's going on in life. And I feel fantastic, feel so good. I know that's partly because I'm taking the multivitamins, 2 multivitamins a day. I'm not taking extra calcium right now because my calcium level on my lab work last month showed my calcium level was up too high. But I am getting 1,000 milligrams of calcium a day in my multivitamins, which what I'm using are the 1 a day women's, which each pill has 500 milligrams of calcium in it. So that's a really good one if you're wanting to try and combine your calcium in with your multivitamin. So I take 2 of those a day. I take biotin 5,000 micrograms. That's to help with your hair, to keep your hair. And look at my fingernails. I actually have some fingernails. They're not paper thin anymore. They're still not as strong as they could be. That's because I used to wear fake nails, but they are much stronger. They grow quicker. I mean, they're doing good. I'm happy with that. I'm hoping it'll help with my skin, and I think it's gonna just take some good skin cream to get my skin in shape. I'm noticing this is going down here, this little chicken neck thing. I hope I don't have to have plastic surgery. And that's part of my goal, is to not have plastic surgery. That's why I'm wanting to work out as much as I can. I am noticing I do have some loose skin on my belly. I do. But I'm hoping that as I work out, I'm concentrating a lot of time on the machines that work your abdomen. And when I'm doing anything that concerns my arms, or when I'm pulling this little machine that does like this for my arms, I'm holding my stomach really, really tight to help tighten everything that I possibly can. Now, you know, my weight loss, it seems like it's going fast to me, but I know at some point it's going to slow down a little bit. But I'm extremely happy with my weight loss so far. Let's see what else on the notes. So, okay, back to the vitamins. 2 multivitamins a day. I take liquid vitamin B complex that has vitamin B12 added in it. I believe it's 1,200 micrograms of vitamin B12, and I just stick that under my tongue sublingually, under my tongue, the liquid. It doesn't taste too bad. I think it's, the brand is Sundown. I'm not sure. I think it's Sundown. I hold it under there for 30 seconds, and then I take a drink. And then from there, I take my biotin, like I said, and let's see, what else am I take? Of course, I take my morning blood pressure medicine that I have to take. I'm still on my blood pressure medicine. I don't believe like that I'm ready to come off of that yet until I've lost more weight. Let's see, what else do I take vitamin-wise? I suppose, oh, iron. That's one thing I did not get, is extra iron tablets, because of my multivitamins has 18 milligrams in each one. But I may get my doctor to check my iron level next month, because they said I looked pale. My sister-in-law hadn't seen me in a while. She said my face looked pale. These lights up here aren't very good, so I'm not sure. My eyes might be a little bit, I don't know, a little pale. I'm not sure. So what I've been trying to do is eat me a little bit more red meat, at least once a day, like some ground beef, or a hamburger patty or something, so that I'm getting some regular meat in as well. Like I said, I'll probably have to start taking iron pill, which will be fine. The vitamins make me feel good. I notice when I have skipped a day that I am much more sleepy and tired than when I don't take them. Let's see, clothing wise, I've had to raid my daughter's closet and wearing clothes that are much smaller. I was wearing a 4X that was fitting me to the max. I'm down to a 2X, and they're fitting loose, so I'm very happy about that. This shirt I think is a 20, and it's pretty snug, but it's real short, so I won't be wearing this one, but this one fits me really well here, so I'm happy with that. But like I said, it's too short. I'm pretty tall. So anyhow, that's about all I can think of for right now. I am going to have my husband videotape me doing some of my exercises at the gym to give you guys an idea of what I'm doing and how I started really, really slow. Now, I understand some people are going to be much heavier than me, and they're probably going to need to take it even slower. But I've been at the gym several times over the past several years. I've been going to the gym off and on the past couple of years. So I have managed to keep a little bit of fitness going on so that I wasn't in too bad a shape. Now, the past year, I had severe upper back problems. Had actually injured myself in the gym. I have herniated disc in all of my, bulging disc in all of my T-spine, and I did that at the gym. So like I said, I started out very slow, put very little weight on my machines. I started out at either no weight or 20 pounds or 30 pounds, and just very gradually worked my way up. And I'm not trying to get my weight up there too high on the machines, simply because I don't want to injure myself. I still need to lose more weight, and I need the gym. I need the gym. It feels so good to go to that gym and work out. It makes me feel good. It gives me an hour of alone time. I spend about an hour there. And when I first started going, I was only doing the treadmill only. But now that I'm on the machines, you know, I take my time, I go through the machines, and you know, sometimes people are on the machines I want to use, so I go to the next one. Anyhow, like I said, I'm going to try to get my husband to come and videotape all the things I do so that you can see what I'm doing. And then maybe in about 6 months to a year, when I'm through with all of this, we'll be seeing what my body looks like and see what kind of a difference the heavy workout is doing for my skin. For my abdominal skin, under my arms. My arms, you can see I have a little bit of flabby here, but when I've exercised, it's tight as it can be. It doesn't see when I put my muscle up, it doesn't tend to really flab and sag. You can see my muscles are pretty big already. I've always been a pretty strong person, but anyhow, there you go. Look at that big ugly vein on my arm. Anyway, so pretty much that's where I am right now, and I hope my videos are encouraging you. Like I said, I went back and looked at mine and was surprised at how encouraged I encouraged myself from those earlier videos, especially during the post-op period. That was really something. I'm going to start trying to up the videos more and talk more about what I'm doing, what I'm eating, how I'm eating. This one is just kind of a catch-up and kind of a milestone. Like I said, 50-pound weight loss since January, and it is March the 28th now. So I'm very excited about that weight loss. It's not easy. It hasn't been easy. It takes work. You can overeat. Don't kid yourself. You can overeat. Even though you have this pouch, you can overeat, but you're going to throw up. You will throw up. It happened to me. If you eat too fast, you will throw up. Now, if you eat and eat and eat and don't try to stick to 3 meals a day with a very moderate, small snack, like I said, my snack is a mandarin orange, 1 or 2 a day, and that's it. That has very minimal calories, and of course, there's hardly any sugar either. But you won't lose weight if you are eating a lot. If you sit and take an hour to eat, but you're eating a great big bunch of food, yeah, it'll go into the pouch. And you can sit and you can wait and eat and eat and eat, but you're not gonna lose your weight. You have to really maintain. And like I said, you know, I'm getting about 800 calories a day now, and I am losing my weight, but it is in conjunction with the workouts. You have to do the workouts. So be encouraged. You can do this. If I can do this, you can do this. I have no willpower, and I don't know where the strength is coming from inside of me, except that I give credit to God and all of my friends that have been praying for me and praying for my family as I've gone through this. I lean on His strength to help me get through this. I feel like this was a blessing from Him that I was even able to have this surgery so that I can get my life back and get my health in order and do better. So that's it for now. God bless you.